Hello, my name is Zhao Yizhang. My topic is sports injuries. First, I will introduce why and how it is easy to get sports injuries, and then I will talk about some methods of avoiding getting sports injuries. And finally, I want to discuss about the personal awareness of self-protection. Uh, According to Shobian 2017, athletes sustain 4 million sports-related injuries annually and require approximately 2.6 million emergency rooms visits at a cost of nearly $2 billion. Sports injuries can have a negative impact on the long-term health of players and his career life. As we all know that it is quite easy and frequent for a player to get injuries during sports games. For some games like basketball and football, which will have intense body contact, are easy to have for injuries to happen. So it's the reason why players are easy to get injuries during sports games. Sports-related injuries could be really harmful to sports players. You could be out of the season and your career, or even limit your ability to do normal activities like running and jumping. These injuries don't just affect your games, they can even destroy your career dream and change your life. Some injuries are really easy to be ignored but could lead to serious consequences. Concussion is an example. The consequence of concussion is difficult to foresee. It may subtly affect other parts of the body in a few months. Many players would not get treatment for concussion since it feels nothing at early time. Actually, most concussions are found when treating other injuries caused by them. So remember to get treatment, which can reduce the risk of getting even worse injuries. Here are some methods of avoid sports injuries. The first is having sports equipment, which can protect players effectively. For example, football boots are usually considered as necessary items for footwear worn when playing football. Those designed for grass pitches have studs on the outsole to add grip and avoiding skating. Besides, these shoes could fix ankles so that they will not have great shape change. Actually, simple items and equipments are really cheap and easy to get. Certain sports need certain equipments. In the article Fluid Motion 2017, a special sports shoes used for rowing invented by Adam, who is sports resident at the University of Delaware and worked with many rowers. In Adam's opinion, many rowers encountered waist injuries related to the transferring force from the legs to the oar. So Adam's invention could hold the player from back so that it could improve stability and strength. Second is changing rules. Actually, many rules of sports games could be improved to ensure player safety, like changing the rules of foul in sports games. Setting more strict foul rules and increase the punishment of foul could effectively reduce the number of fouls. Besides, the medical treatment for injured players should make some changes. Doctors should focus on players' health condition, not only on whether he could continue his games. Sports games, especially competitive sports games, aims at showing player skills and the battle to win the game. The spirit of competitive games is to challenge humans' potential abilities. Because of this, players will do their best to win the prize and sometimes they will ignore their own safety. Because compared to the risk of getting injuries, most players will choose to do their best to win the games because they view victory as a more important thing. However, sports-related injuries should be avoided for us ordinary players. According to Shobian 2017, practicing sports regularly has a positive impact on the well-being of individuals. What's more, sports teach many life lessons like the importance of teamwork and hard work. If someone plays sports regardless of safety, this violates this purpose. Developing the awareness of protecting ourselves is quite important during daily games. Getting hurt will destroy the pleasure of playing games, and hurting others will be harmful to the friendship. We should learn some specific skills to protect our bodies and reduce the risk of getting injuries. Warm-up exercise are important for every sports game to avoid sports injuries. It is quite common that players would get injuries like cramp and sprain without the warm-up exercise. A warm-up exercise generally involves a slowly increase in the abilities of muscles and could bring the body to the condition at which it safely responds to nerve signals for quick and effective action. Having regular rest is very useful to avoid injuries. If a game lasts too long, it will have harmful effect on players' health condition. Having rest regularly can protect the heart effectively and relax your muscles. Besides, having rest includes taking water, which is also very necessary for players. In addition, if you always play a certain game for a long time, it will have a long-term negative effect on a certain body part, which will lead to irreversible consequences. Playing different games can reduce that damage. In brief, injuries are quite dangerous and that they could not only ruin a game but also can destroy a player's career life. Life is precious. Sometimes it is not so important to win a game. Taking player safety into consideration, some rules should be changed and certain equipment is necessary for the game. What's more, players should learn how to protect themselves. Some basic skills need to be learned, like warm-up skills and having rest. Enjoy the games and avoid injuries. Thanks for watching.